wanna my boy, and I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy, off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. So deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of full. Yeah.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers.
And off we go from Denver. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Jet sweep to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun. Durant firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Durant. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 68 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Durant. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a 1st down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Durant finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have... Be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. 23 yards on the play. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and the finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 58 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. Back to throw. Durant. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the draw, here's White. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll give to Elliott running left. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Jackson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Well, they had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
And they did. It worked. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Operating from the gun, Durant. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, Durant. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here comes the Rams punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds.
And now off to the races, down the right side, and all the way home for a Bronco score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football, you often find good running lanes.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw on 2nd down, Durant. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Durant. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw. Durant. He completes it right side to White. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw again. Buying time to nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
A first down carry by Elliott. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Well,
all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Inside give to Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Back to throw here. Gets this one to Hill. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing is Jackson. Caught on the slant. Touchdown Broncos. From 10 yards out. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. The lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Durant. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Throwing on first down. Durant. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go with White on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. A handoff left. Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson now. Rolling to his right. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll start the... No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he'll only get this back to the 15-yard line. So that decision's going to cost him 5 yards. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Here's Jackson to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Up the middle, here's Elliott. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
4th down. Here's Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
26 months.
Off the play fake. Durant. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles. But that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Durant gets the check down throw to White. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Durant. And my goodness, another interception. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Broncos, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the...
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can S-double-E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can S-T-O-P. Came to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped. No, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known that. So we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a award, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on board, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sakai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass capped in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York State Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way and man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? the crowd, the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game?
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, cause he's outside. C12, 911, good to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we were not a ride nobody with. We the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City,
the holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Lawrence going to put it up right away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 13 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you
touchdown! A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Got to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. There's the former Chief, man they watched for years, Tyreek Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside. The 30. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. To throw is Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, they met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Elliott trying to get to the...
But he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play actions. And
he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
His 8th rushing touchdown and 9th overall on the year. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. $16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clayton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Dobbins, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The give is to Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyreek Hill, 46 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
On first down, Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 30 on second down, Lawrence. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Chris Olave, 67 yards. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And Denver getting set to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards it.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Jackson on first down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans out.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200-plus?
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A give to Elliott running left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Here's Hill on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Ezekiel Elliott with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season. And congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly had the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, where we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On third down, Lawrence. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
That his first catch so far. They held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Final minute now of the third quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Lawrence will throw. He finds his man complete. It's Clayton.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Rolling to his right.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Jackson.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. They complete it to Hill. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Elliott, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incomplete.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And that will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And quickly, they get to the line. On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look,
when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Denver,
petty don't matter. Far as that teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get better. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been in prison. No boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player male. What you talking that monkey, get about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice. Get some money.